The following non-nominated, non-award-winning program is rated D for dumb.
Hello everybody, Dave Canyon here. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave. The time now that I'm recording this in my Kia Rio, 2008 Kia Rio, is 7:42 a.m. Just getting out of work, on my way home, headed to the New York State Thruway. That's how we do this dumbcast in a car cast, in a podcast. We do it on the New York State Thruway during my commute to and from work. It is January 21, January 2021. So for those of you into numerology, I don't know what that means, if it means anything, but today is 121021. So there you go. I just got out of work. I just got back from Rochester, New York. I am exhausted as usual. I took a very long nap today on the road, on the side of the road, a little bit longer than I should have. To let you in on how it works as a truck driver, sometimes you got to make choices. You know, you either take a nap or you take a poop, or you take a nap or you eat, or whatever. There's often a choice you have to make. Not all the time, but just sometimes. So this morning actually, I was about a half an hour to the east of Syracuse, New York. When I pulled into a rest area, the Oneida rest stop, that I pull into all the time I pulled in there. And I park right outside the big building, what we used to call as the Hot Shop. We used to call it the Hot Shop. I don't know if we still call it the Hot Shop. And by the way, I think everything on the Thruway, the New York State Thruway, used to be Howard Johnson's. And it was a one-story, like ranch type, like low ceiling type structure, I think all over the Thruway. It was always, Hojos. They called it Hojos, Howard Johnson's. It just looks like a boring little building, a boring little, flat roof building. But now, if you take a ride on the New York State Thruway, starting from Yonkers, work on your way up, it's crazy what these rest areas look like. It's good. I mean, it's better than nothing. But I just thought I'd bring that up. There is a little history. Sometimes we do a little history here on Dumbing It Down with Dave. The fastest podcast on earth, by the way. Pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. And some of you who have been away and have come back to this episode, if you're wondering where the theme music is and where the announcing is, I decided to pare down. It's not a resolution. It's nothing. I just decided a couple of episodes ago, I think it was Dumb 3.0, I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to talk. Just going to get right into it. Boom. Let's just do it. And let's see if it helps. Let's see if it saves me time. Let's see if it makes the show better. Let's see if it gets me more listeners. But I'm not even concerned about that. My number one priority is quality. So anyway, I pulled over where I always do. And I knew I had to go to the bathroom. And I had to make number twos, the hard stuff. And you gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Especially truck driving, especially doubles. You can't always just pull over. And most of these rest areas are a half an hour apart. So just sometimes when you know that you gotta go, and you're 25 minutes away, 20 minutes away, and there's also other rest areas that are not bathroom equipped in between the rest areas. So if you really had to do number ones or take a nap, you could go in between the rest areas. But when I'm sleep deprived and brain degraded, I don't always make the right decisions. Not all the time, not most of the time. Very rarely when I'm sleep deprived and brain degraded do I make a correct decision. That's probably not true. I'm probably being too hard on myself. But that's the story I'm telling you. So I pulled into the Oneida rest area, right outside the building, ready to steal the Wi-Fi, which isn't really stealing. But, I get my phone, I put on the Wi-Fi, and it attaches itself to the I think it's Verizon or whatever it is, whatever they got, the high quality. It's very good Wi-Fi, I must admit. And actually, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show. I sent the New York State Thruway a letter. I sent them a letter. I should read it to you. It's kind of a form letter, but I think it's actually somebody wrote it. They responded as to why the Wi-Fi is so fantastic. Yet every time I go into a building, I can't see the repeaters. And they got some high quality, high fiber. Yeah, they have a high fiber optic network or whatever they call it. So I got a letter. I should read it to you. Maybe I'll do it next show. I have it in my email. So I steal the Wi-Fi, and then usually I do my thing on my phone, whatever it is. I do it on my phone. I don't bring my tablet or my laptop or anything. I just bring my phone, and I do what I got to do. I got my apps, my email, the weather, traffic, whatever. Or I can just take a nap. Sometimes I do both of those. I take it with the phone, with the Wi-Fi, and then it gets me tired, and I fall asleep. Sometimes I go straight to the bathroom. And believe me, if I have to go straight to the bathroom, I'm going straight to the bathroom. Because I know I should go if my body's telling me to go. I like to live somewhat organically. Most of you know that. Pragmatism has a lot of organisms in it. No, pragmatism has a lot of organicity, whatever the word is, organicness. So I pulled in, and I think I got my Wi-Fi going on the phone. And I sat there and I said to myself, like I've done a million times, I'm just going to sit here and close my eyes and see what happens. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep. If I wake up, I wake up. Whatever. If I don't fall asleep, then that means it's time to go to the bathroom. Whatever it is, I just let my body tell me. I like my body to talk to me. I like to be in touch with my body. How do you do it? Do you force yourself? Do you force yourself to sleep? Do you force yourself to wake up? Can you control your dreams? Like, I don't want to dream. So I'm aware that I'm dreaming. I'm stopping my dreaming. Do you force yourself to sleep? Do you force yourself to wake up? Do you force yourself to eat at certain times? Do you force yourself to go to the bathroom? Do you whatever? What do you let go? What do you let your body tell you? And what do you tell your body? I think that's a worthwhile question. That should get a lot of responses. There goes my voice again. It's amazing. I tried not talking to myself last night, and I did a good job. I haven't really been speaking to anybody in a long time, and yet I feel like I got a scratchy voice. So anyway, I napped. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't tinker on the phone. I don't even know if I got the Wi-Fi going. I pretty much just sat there, closed my eyes. I warmed up the truck nice before I pulled in. I like to do that. If I'm going to nap, or if I'm going to possibly nap, I don't like the truck running while I'm sleeping. So I run it, the heat high, and I close the windows, and like about a minute or so before I pull in, and that truck will be toasty for quite a bit. It's very, very comforting. Anyway, during this nap that I took, I know I woke up at least once. I might have woken up twice. And usually I'm very curious what time it is and how long I've been asleep. So this way I don't oversleep, because I am under a time limit. There's no doubt about it. There's a time limit. There's a Department of Transportation, federal guidelines time limit. My company has a time limit. I have my own personal time limit. It's not my equipment. It's my company's equipment. And I have to do the best I can to get back in a reasonable amount of time. They pay me. Somebody else takes the truck because we do what they call slip seat. And then somebody goes and does their day. And then I wait on them when I come back in 10 hours. So it's this whole cycle, the cycle of life at this company. Well, all I can tell you is that I'm really going to just rough it. And you get a half-hour break, by the way. I think you get an hour total. You get a half hour, and then you get 15 minutes. Well, I'm pretty sure I used that all up in that nap. I'm pretty sure. Which is okay, because I didn't use any rest time the whole night. The whole night I was just go, go, go. Go, 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 do. Don't stop until you can't, until you had enough. Which is what I did. But the problem was, I didn't go to the bathroom. Well, I'm not going to get disgusting on you. Nothing happened. I didn't make a mess anywhere. Sometimes I get into an emergency situation and, things happen. They're embarrassing. And that has happened to me. And there's almost no truck driver that won't tell you the same thing. Oh, yeah, I've had my emergencies. I've had my messes. I've had my problems. But I did make it all the way back to my yard. I did everything I had to do as far as maintenance. I didn't skip out on the maintenance. I did everything I had to do. Paperwork, whatever it is I had to do, I did it. And then, and only then, did I actually walk into the men's room.
If you are enjoying these shows,
look at that. And I was in pain. Let me just say that. I was in pain. Anyway, so I did it. And that's it. I just wanted to share with you little icebreaker. Exactly 10 minutes. Wasn't my intention, of course, but there you go. How are you? How you doing? Everybody okay? I'm recording this a day after the new regime here in the United States of America. President Biden is in. President Trump is out. We had 4 years of craziness. Don't think that I say craziness in one respect or the other. Everybody was complicit in this craziness. And I am definitely disappointed in a lot of people. A lot of people. About 80 million. No, that's not true. I'm disappointed in a lot of people. All right? And I know there are people who hear me talk and they go, oh, there he goes, politics. I'm out. Oh, there he goes, conservative. There he goes, right wing. Oh, there he goes, slamming, saying, doing. And then they don't hear me. So stick around. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm disappointed in almost everybody. Almost. That's a lot of people, Dave. Yeah, I know. So obviously I'm not disappointed in almost everybody. I'm disappointed as a society that somehow we can't get it together. And you guys know that about me already, I'm pretty sure. And I was very excited when I voted, I really was, for Barack Obama in 2008. I really thought, and really not because he's black, and not because of, because of his youth at the time, because of the things he said. And I know I'm not the only Republican, and I know I'm not the only conservative that bought into it. It was very convincing that he was going to bring us together. And I am not going to speak to all that stuff that he went up against. I don't know exactly. It's so long ago now, I don't remember. But I do know that I didn't vote for him in 2012. And for those of you that think that this is a politics show, it's not. It's human behavior. I'm trying to get to a point. You got to stick around for the point. Don't prejudge me. Or if you do, fine, go. Go listen to whoever. Corporate podcast. Somebody who's heavily funded. Somebody who's getting all those spots. Go ahead. Support them. I support the independents. But I was motivated in 2008. I thought there'd be some change. He was a great campaigner and he had me convinced. I wasn't really involved in the internet then. I didn't go around posting negative things. And I never would. I'm not going to post negative against President Biden. I'm going to hope he does great. I am going to hope he does great. Because I don't have any power. I'm not holding on to Republican power. I'm not a politician. So let's just back up a little bit. I didn't vote for Obama in 2012. I didn't really think that he was keeping his promises. I was disappointed in his character, his demeanor. It was like the same old, same old. He did a great campaign, but once he got in, it was like everything sort of stalled. And I wasn't listening to Fox at the time. I wasn't listening to Rush at the time. Tucker wasn't on the air. I wasn't watching Megyn Kelly. I don't know when Fox got started, but I wasn't doing all of that. I was making my own decision. And my own decision was, hey man, you got to get angry. Hey man, you got to fight back. You know, like Biden would say, come on man. Come on man. Come on man. So I would get furious. And I would be in my car and I'd be yelling, and that's the precursor, I guess, to Dumbing It Down with Dave, because I was flipping out. I'm like, well, I don't get it. I don't understand why isn't he more angry? What's with this demeanor, this calm demeanor? So, by the way, human behavior, not politics. Sometimes your greatest strength is your greatest weakness, right? Your greatest strength will kill you. You'll die on that sword of your greatest strength. And there is a thing I like about President Obama, was that calm demeanor. I did like it. I didn't like, I don't know about, I hear about how divisive he was, and it could be true, it might not be true. You can post about it if you want, I don't care. I don't remember, and if that was in the past, I am moving forward. I'm just letting you know that I am not that intelligent to really understand the politics. That's why this isn't a political show. That's why it never is. So you should listen to every episode. You should type in the post in the Spreaker chat box. You should be tweeting. You should be supporting no matter what. Because this is not a politics show. This is not a political show. It's a show about human behavior. And if I do go off the rails and I end up in politics, my apologies. My apologies. Sleep deprivation and brain degradation will get to you, and then you lose control. But I know nothing about politics, so how could I possibly speak about it? I can't speak about it. I don't know the difference between a law, even though I watched all that conjunction, junction, what's your function, ABC, school rock, whatever that was. I know the song a little bit. If there was a law, I'd be a bill. If I was whatever. I don't know how that works. I don't know the House of Representatives. I don't know the Senate. I don't know any of that. I don't know the branches of government. Legislative, judicial, and the kitchen, where they make the food. The cafeteria. All right? The three branches. Right? The legislative, the executive, and the cafeteria. Maybe the judicial. I don't even know if that's a thing. Making this stuff up. I'm not trying to play dumb. I don't have to play dumb. I already know how dumb I am. So, stick with me. It's human behavior. Anyway, it was those last 4 years that really fueled me. Like, God, I really want a president. Remember, 2012, 13, 14, 15, maybe, I don't remember. Maybe it's at 15, because I know they campaigned for I don't know how many years. It was a long time where I was going, well, I don't know who the Republicans have. McCain was not coming back. I was hoping maybe, what's her name? The vice president with McCain. I already forget her name. Whatever, her. Right? From Alaska. Maybe, who knows? These things have happened before. Vice president nominees come back. I don't follow it. I never follow. I don't follow it. So I don't know who the Republicans had. And I know they were talking about the guy from Jersey. And all these other guys. Oh, and you watch the news, you go, yeah, there's the governor of that state. And boy, is he sounding presidential. I'm like, oh, I guess I should be paying attention to that guy. That's the cue. That's your clue. They cue you. They go, there's the governor of Ohio. Kasich, whatever is that, the guy who had a TV show or something? Or the other guy, Huckabuck, whatever the guy is, Sanders, Huckabee. That guy. All these guys. And then here comes a guy I know. I don't know any of those guys. Christie, just because I'm in New York, I see him a lot, but I wasn't always all that impressed. But once upon a time, supposedly they were begging him. They were begging him to run because he was the tough guy. Do you really think that the United States is going to vote for an overweight guy, a round guy? Do you think that's going to happen? I'm just curious. I don't see why not if you believe and you trust him. But if you don't believe him and you don't trust him, I don't think they're going for rotund. I think they're going for that executive look, I think. Anyway, for a long time, even before Barack Obama, I was like, boy, every time these guys come to the microphone, it's the same old, same old. It's like, oh, everything's okay, blah, blah, blah. And nothing ever gets done. It seems like that, like nothing ever gets done. And I was excited by Barack Obama. And then it seemed like nothing got done. And it seemed like the racial divide got bigger. And there's probably good reason for it. And there's probably a documentary out there about it. Or if there isn't, there probably should be. Somebody who could talk about the truth of why the racial divide got bigger. I think it did. Or that's a ridiculous comment, Dave, because you have no way of measuring it. You truly don't know how to measure it. Why? Because of this event or that event? Yeah, it just seemed like we got more and more apart. Remember, the internet is out. It's in. It's out there. It's not out of service. It's in. So we are retreating every day, another person, more and more. 0.001 at a time to our homes. Going out less. The movie industry starts to take a hit. They've been taking a hit for a while. They can't make good movies. Movies that people like. Even though there's been some hits and blockbusters and, Marvel and all that other stuff. But the competition got greater with cable TV. So if you're already home, you didn't go to the theater, excuse me, you're home already, you're probably more likely to get on the internet. There's been a slow de-evolution. A devolution. Devil. D-E-V-I-L. Devolution. Did I just make that up? I hope so. So there's this devolution. Stay home. Don't go to the movies. Don't socialize. Watch these television shows. And there was this golden age of television. Breaking Bad and all these incredible cable series. The Wire or whatever. Downton Abbey, I guess. All these. There's so many that Game of Thrones. I don't know what was going on in 2008, 2012, but a lot of this stuff. Nurse Jackie, I guess. People were talking about these shows, these crazy shows. So you're not going out to restaurants. You're not going to the movies. You're staying home. The computer's right there. And by the way, there's post shows, there's TV, after shows on the internet, podcasts, videos, cats, dogs, porno, all that stuff. And we de-evolved little by little, little by little. And then 2016, you know the story. Donald Trump comes and knocks him down one at a time. I think he started with 20. I forget how many Republican candidates there were. But he knocked him down. What are you going to do? I didn't do it. He did it. Am I talking political? No, I'm telling you what happened. You know what happened. You saw the debates, nicknames, and all this other stuff. Yeah, craziness. And I was with you if you were the one that said, oh, I can't believe he just said that. He's out. I said that the very first speech after he came down those stairs. Remember? Rapists, thieves, Mexico, they're coming across the border. I said to my wife, he's done. He just stuck his foot in it. Came down the escalator, went to the podium, started talking, put his foot in his mouth, he's done. And I can't, do you know why that he wasn't done? I don't know why wasn't he out? Why didn't they call for his head? Because they didn't take him seriously. That's the media. It speaks to the weakness and the strength of the media. They're the ones that cover this. They're the ones that control the narrative. And at that time, the narrative they were controlling was all Hillary all the time. And these other candidates that she was running against never had a chance. Does anybody remember anybody except for Bernie Sanders who ran against Hillary Clinton in 2000 and either 8 or 16? Well, we know Barack Obama ran against her, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2016. Who ran against Hillary? Anybody remember? I don't remember. I don't care. I don't think I ever see those guys in politics. Who knows? But that's what the narrative was. It's all Hillary all the time, the chosen one. She's going in. There's Bushes and there's Clintons, and that's all we need. We don't need anybody else. We don't want anybody from the outside. We want somebody on the inside. Somebody that knows the game. Somebody we can work with. Somebody who won't make us think about things. And then the whole time that this is going down, and by the way, I'm not political, folks. I could be wrong, but this is how I see it. And he knocked him down. And the media didn't care who ran as a Republican because they knew they were going to get behind Hillary. Is that possible? Do you think that's possible? I think that's possible. Why not? That's not like conspiratorial and all that stuff. There are people who are very staunch Democrats, staunch liberals, staunch on the left, whatever. Same thing for the right, except there's not as many because the media on the right is not that big. It's pretty much Fox. They don't have like 5 or 6 channels. Now there's OAM, but these are all things that came later. All these alternative, right wing. That's why there's a lot of alt-right. I guess because we had none, and now somebody recognized that there was a need. That's good business. Find what people want and then give it to them. Do you think that somebody created alt-right, hoping that people would buy into it? No, there was a need. People wanted it. Not all the people, the right amount of people in the right locations. You know what they say, successful business. Location, location, location. And, where was the location? I don't know, United States? I have no idea. Wherever. Somewhere down south. I have no idea. All over, but they knew where. It doesn't matter. So they're doing all this pro-Hillary, and Trump is knocking them down one at a time. In entertaining fashion, by the way. Decisively crushes them. Debate after debate. Caucus after caucus. Election after election. He's going down. He's talking to the people. He roused them all up. I was one of them. I was like, oh, here we go. We found another guy. Another guy making promises about this and that. And I got really excited. The same exact way I got excited for Barack Obama. And I was cautiously optimistic because I wasn't really sure where this was going. Because I think Trump might have run before, or we've had other millionaires or billionaires run and they drop out. A lot of people run and drop out. Both sides of the parties. I think I was right the first time. Both sides of the party. The Republicrats. Okay, good. I got some time. So we all know what happened. They weren't paying attention, and by the time they started to pay attention, well, it was a little bit late. The Trump 16, if you want to refer to it as a virus or an epidemic or a pandemic, the Trump epidemic, the Trump 16 had taken hold of a lot of people. And a lot of people going, listen, Hillary is boring. We're not doing another Clinton thing. Clinton Bush. We're done with that. We're going Trump. It was exciting, just like it was in 2008 with Barack Obama. It was exciting. I was excited. He was knocking him down. And then it was him and her and all that other stuff. And there was so much controversy because of Bernie Sanders, who I originally was paying attention to. I, the Republican, was originally paying attention to Bernie Sanders. So don't tell me I'm closed-minded. Don't tell me that I'm political. I'm open-minded, and I was into him because I thought he was honest. I thought he was going to definitely be a motivator because he was so loud and crazy all the time. I wanted that. I was tired of the same old, same old. It didn't matter to me whether they were Republican or Democrat. I was tired of the same old, same old. I was really sick and tired of it. And I was also sick and tired of being sick and tired about it. But I'm not a radical. I'm not going to go do something crazy. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to come home. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to eat. I'm going to do the same thing every day, no matter what goes on in this country. Really. No matter what goes on in this country, you're not going to see me go any further than what I'm doing now. I'm not protesting. I'm not marching. I don't know what I would do, but I don't think I would do anything. I think I would just go to work and come home. And a lot of people would not like that, but that's the way I am. Dave, what did you fight for your country? Listen, I was in the Navy for 4 years. Doesn't that count for something? Yeah, but you never fought. Yeah, I know. So anyway, I got to get going, but I was bringing this up, which wasn't my intention. This wasn't the show I wanted to do, but I brought it up because we have a new regime, we have a new president, and I'm going to do the best I can, as I always do, to be the best citizen possible. That's all I can tell you. I don't use the word support because I didn't support Trump. I voted for him and then I go to work. I vote and I walk away. I'm not going to be emotionally involved in this every day. I am going to pay attention and I'll do the best I can. And I'm going to try to do a show that's always pragmatic, entertaining, informative, compelling, and all that other good stuff. I hope you continue to listen.
If you are enjoying these shows, please like and subscribe. Also, share them with your social media. Feel free to comment in the Spreaker chat box or call the dumb line at 347-746-3862. Please keep your messages to 60 seconds or less and keep them clean, no profanity. Keep listening and engage. Do it because I asked you to. This is the Raven out.
Thank you, Melania. I mean,